fight starts off. A couple low kicks from Double B Borst. See how long he looks to keep this fight standing, or if he'll look to take it to the ground like he did the last one. And that lead right hook being looked for.
Took it to the ground, just not the way he wanted, I don't think.
Brian working on wrestling, but good job by Brian not giving up his back like a wrestler typically would. He stands up, uses wrestling in reverse. Very nice job by both these guys. Kick checked. Buzzsaw is catching on to that kick. He's looking for big hooks. Oh! Big left hand from the southpaw, Brian Borst.
Do you think there's a little more confidence on Brian's side? Maybe a little too much here?
You know, he has a win over this guy once. He's been training very, very hard. I'm not sure.
I just hope he's not underestimating Jorge.
Certainly should not be overconfident. Jorge out of a very good gym, a very good fighter indeed, and coming here to swing heavy leather. There's always that balance of confidence and cockiness that a fighter has to look at. You need to be confident. You need to believe that you are the better fighter. So much of this game is mental, and that's a big piece of it. Right now, we see Conor McGregor as a big name in this sport right now, and his confidence has taken him a long ways. But I tell you, his last fight was a loss.
Yeah.
So it is important to remember. Big left by Brian. Important to remember that everyone's breakable. Everyone is breakable, and man, when you get choked, you just go night-night, no matter how tough you are.
It's science.
These guys, I think as they trade here, they're developing a respect for each other. They've both eaten some hard shots. They've traded here.
Both settled down a little bit, it seems.
You know, they're showing each other some respect. They're giving the other his due as far as being dangerous opponents. Good striking combos by Brian. He continues to land that left hand. Pins Buzzsaw against the cage here, showing off that wrestling pedigree. Some inside knees, those hurt.
Oh yeah.
Foot stomps. When a man brings foot stomps, and I didn't see if he got clipped there or if he just slipped, but he went down shortly, did Brian Borst. 10 seconds in the round. See if one of these guys tries to finish off with a big move, big takedown. And Brian looks for the takedown, stuffed. And we'll go to a second round. Great support of our Fusion Fight League staff here. Oh, and a little bit of a slugfest there. Inside leg kick by Double B.
Brian keeps working on the inside of that right leg on Jorge. Little chops here and there, knock him down.
Here's some coaching from Will Grundhauser in the grindhouse corner of Brian Borst. And Brian is entering swinging, but he is exiting straight back and with his hands down. Gotta watch out for that, especially with Buzzsaw throwing that left hook hard, right hooks hard. Brian does not want to play the distance game with Buzzsaw. He explodes in, he explodes out very well, but make no mistake, Buzzsaw has a reach on the guy. Some big shots thrown by Jorge Martinez, and Brian's still looking for a takedown, shows some blood in his nose. We've got to fight, Jim.
We definitely do. You know, the card says there's a 3-inch difference between their heights, and I'm going to say it's got to be a little bit more than that. Jorge seems to be at least 4 or 5 over Brian.
And Brian got clipped. Looks like he's clearing the cobwebs. If I'm Martinez, I'd be cracking him right now, trying to rattle that brain. But a slow, methodical pace by Martinez. He's looking for his shots. He's looking to pick them right. Good getting in, getting his strikes off, and getting out by Brian Borst. Looks like the cobwebs of that little rock he ran into are wearing off. Oh! Big left hook by Brian Borst.
He's nodding his head in agreement. He felt it.
Yep. He's letting him know, man. These guys are giving each other their respect, but they're both coming to win. Make no mistake, they are both coming to win. They're both very confident in themselves. Each have rocked each other. They've both had success on the ground against each other.
They both snap right back into play, too.
Very, very good matchup by Fusion Fight League here.
And now that blood isn't just a spot under his nose, it's dripping down, so he's tasting it. He's tasting it now.
Double Beast smells the stink on that foot. Just about an inch away from eating a big head kick, but he moves out of the way very well. And we're going around 3. It could be 1-1. It could be 2-0 on either side, to be honest. We don't know what the judges are seeing. We don't know exactly how they're scoring this. You know, there's been some good success on the ground. There's been some good cage control. There's been some good striking exchanges on both sides. So if I'm either one of these fighters, I'm looking for finish.
Brian comes out pretty aggressive. I don't know what that is. Come on now.
A little bit of fanciness coming out of Buzzsaw. Crowd pleaser. Brian's trying to stick with the good old 1-2. And again, a wheelie kick.
Don't see that kick very often in cage fights, do you?
A little bit of capoeira coming out of Team Wildman in Inglewood, Colorado. Excuse me, Brighton. Sorry, Wildman. Ooh. To reach all the way up there with that foot. At least some style points for me on that shot. Good uppercut as Brian looked in to shoot.
Led with his face, it looks like.
And you see that Buzzsaw is controlling the center of the cage here. That's big. He is controlling the center of the cage. It's Brian that's keeping on the outside, and Brian's working on keeping the center of the cage here, but he is pressed out. Nice. Very nice ducking and dodging of shots by Brian Borst just to land his own left hand at the end. Landed some big left hands is Brian Borst. But watch for him midway of this round to look to take the fight to the ground and just put a stamp on it on top.
Yeah, we've only had a little bit on the mat so far.
Which is interesting because it finished there last time. These guys both seem to have something to prove as far as standing with each other.
Right.
Big shots landed by Buzzsaw here, and Brian's looking for a takedown, but he is rattled. And Buzzsaw looks to keep it going. Did he pour some of his gas out there? Is he still in it? He looks good. He's not breathing heavy. Landed some great shots. That's going to sway the judges. Brian's going to be wanting to look for some big shots here. He's going to want to be putting on a stamp on this round. Big left hand as they exchange by Brian Borst. Another big left by Brian. Doesn't seem to faze Buzzsaw. He's still in it. In just 10 seconds, these guys are going to go for it. Looking for big shots is Buzzsaw. And these guys fight clear to the finishing. It's not chess.
Buzzsaw's laughing at the fact that they're back in for the 4th round.
Buzzsaw's looking for some kicks. Borst looking for a takedown there. Good sprawl by Buzzsaw.
I think Borst is tired of exchanging blows. It
Yes.
looks like he wants to take it down, and something he knows a little bit more about. Maybe, I don't know what his punching game and striking game is like, but we know he's good on the mat.
You know, they've both had success in exchanges. Buzzsaw seems to have landed the bigger shots, at least the more effective shots in the reaction of his opponent, but Brian has landed that left consistently over and over and over again. He's had a lot of good exchanges inside.
doesn't even look like there's a lack of power from the first one he threw to the last one.
But there is blood on his face, and judges score that. It's hard to ignore. But yes, his background, absolutely fantastic wrestler, great jiu-jitsu gym he comes out of, and he may be looking to take it to the ground. But Buzzsaw seems to know that, and he's sprawling appropriately, mixing up his kicks and punches very well.
Buzzsaw learned from the mistake last time.
Absolutely, and he is showing it tonight. He has already shown it. He has already proven that he is much better than was shown in that first bout. And as I said, his confidence only moves up as this fight goes along. He shows, I can stay in it.
He was cocking up to let one loose there and pulled it back.
A lot of feints and fakes. Looking to set up that head kick, and Brian reaches up there for his own head kick. Double B with his hands down low, but there moves him up.
Oh, they got to be getting tired at least a little bit.
Buzzsaw fast off the cage, which is a very good move. He does not want to be up against the cage where Brian can pin his hips and work on that takedown. Some good leg kicks landed by Buzzsaw. A lot of respect between these two fighters. Brian looking for that left again. Buzzsaw throwing some backhands.
I was going to say, that looked like more of a tennis swing than a punch.
You know what? Whatever it takes.
Going to the next round, 40 love.
This fifth and final round, both fighters have something to prove here, and they come out just as fast as they did in the beginning. Absolutely. And Brian Borst is coming out to let him know. Good front kick by Buzzsaw. Says, don't chase me. And Double B is keeping him on his heels, which is exactly where he wants him. He can't set up those big shots as he's moving backwards. Fifth and final round here. A question mark for both these fighters. We've had some close rounds. Each fighter has had some goes. Some sweat came off of that level.
That backhand seems to be part of his repertoire there.
Brian should look at that and duck underneath and look for his double leg when that hand is up. Good outside leg kick, head kick by Buzzsaw. And Brian's chasing him, but not being able to cut him off of the cage. He chases him, he doesn't quite pin him on the cage. Looking to close that distance, but Buzzsaw still moving very well in this fifth round.
See, Buzzsaw's moving a lot more than he had been. I wonder if in his mind, he's thinking all he needs to do is just keep away and not let Double B.
He might. That confidence of that last round. He had some great shots in that last round. So some good combat in that last round. A big shot by Double B. Landed that left and is looking to close the distance here. Gives the cage a hard left. I don't know what the cage did to him. Ouch. Ooh, nice right hook by Buzzsaw. Caught Brian right on the chin. And now Double B is back up against the cage. For a high kick is Buzzsaw.
Looks like we're not going to see much on the mat tonight.
Not a rooster kick.
A lot of distance between that one.
Yep, swing and a miss. Oh man, Buzzsaw pouring it on here in the fifth round. Oh, big left hand by Double B. These guys putting on a show at Fusion Fight League tonight. Oh man, big shot by Double B. That left hand landed. We heard that one. We felt that one on the side of the cage here.
Heard that one with the headphones on.
Jeez.
Oh.
The guy's gonna close this out with a bang. Both fighters are swinging, and we'll go to the judges' scorecards.